Attention passionate Atlanta, Falcons fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC South and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Atlanta Falcons' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Atlanta, FALCONS FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying close attention to the Falcons lately, you know that this offseason has been anything but dull. The team has been making strategic moves, trying to set the stage for another deep playoff run, and the latest roster changes are really interesting, especially when you look at how they're shaping the depth chart and the overall team dynamics. One move that's caught a lot of attention is the signing of Jashaun Corbin, a talented running back coming from the UFL, where he led the league in rushing in 2024. This signing isn't just about adding another player. It's a statement about the Falcons' commitment to strengthening their running game, which has been a key component of their identity under head coach Arthur Smith. But let's rewind a little and understand what this move really means in the context of the Falcons' roster, especially when you consider who's leaving and who's arriving. That move involved parting ways with Jase McClellan, a former Alabama star, and a sixth-round pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. And honestly, McClellan's brief stint in Atlanta didn't quite live up to the hype, mainly because of injuries and limited opportunities. The truth is, his time with the Falcons was hampered by injuries right from the start. He appeared in only 2 games, and in those appearances, he showed flashes of promise but nothing that could really turn heads. He carried the ball a total of 13 times for 32 yards, which isn't bad for a rookie trying to find his footing, but it's clear that injuries, particularly a knee injury that landed him on injured reserve in Week 15, really cut his season short. You see, McClellan's background is quite impressive. He played 4 years at Alabama, a school known for producing NFL-caliber talent. During his time there, he shared the backfield with some pretty legendary names, including Najee Harris and Jahmyr Gibbs, both of whom are now established in the league. As a freshman, he was part of that national championship-winning team, averaging over 10 yards per carry, which is no small feat. That kind of production immediately put him on the radar as a potential NFL star. But the journey wasn't smooth. Injuries kept him from showcasing his full potential, especially in his final year at Alabama, where a foot injury limited his participation and draft stock. Still, scouts noted that his size, standing 5'11" and weighing around 215 pounds, made him a legitimate NFL prospect. NFL analysts like Lance Zierlein saw a lot of potential in McClellan. Zierlein mentioned that he's a steady 3-down running back, with the size and skill set that should have earned him a roster spot. Sure, he's not the most explosive back in the league, but his vision and instincts are what really set him apart. He's the kind of back who can get yards after contact, who can pick up blitzes, and who has enough versatility to be a true 3-down player if given the chance. It's these qualities that made him a 6th-round pick, and it's those same qualities that make him a player worth developing. But now, with Corbin in the fold, the Falcons are clearly looking to add some fresh competition to that backfield. Jashaun Corbin's story is quite compelling. Last year, he was the league's leading rusher in the UFL, which is no small feat considering the level of competition there. That kind of production shows he's got the talent, and he's hungry to prove himself at the NFL level. The Falcons' backfield has been historically one of the best in the league, especially with stars like Bijan Robinson, who last season made a huge splash in his rookie year, and Tyler Allgeier, who surpassed 1,000 rushing yards as a rookie himself. The pairing of those two has been a perfect fit for the Falcons' offensive scheme, powerful, versatile, and unpredictable. Adding Corbin into this mix creates a really interesting competition for the RB3 spot. It's a stacked room, no doubt about it, but that's exactly the kind of depth that can push each player to perform at their best. Carlos Washington Jr. is also listed on the depth chart, but he's yet to record an NFL carry, so it's clear that Corbin, with his recent success in the league, has a real shot at earning a significant role. The Falcons' front office is known for valuing versatility, and Corbin fits that mold perfectly. He's a player who can run between the tackles, catch passes out of the backfield, and even contribute on special teams. Now, let's talk a little about the Falcons' overall strategy this offseason. The team has been aggressive in retaining core players while also adding some new talent, especially on defense. But their running game remains a cornerstone, and that's reflected in their draft choices and roster moves. The Falcons have always valued a balanced approach, combining a strong running game with an efficient passing attack. With the addition of Bijan Robinson, a top-tier talent, and the development of Tyler Allgeier, the Falcons are building a formidable ground attack that can wear down defenses and control the clock. But this isn't just about the running backs. It's about the whole team. The Falcons' defense has been improving steadily under coordinator Dean Pease, who's done a fantastic job turning the unit into a more disciplined and aggressive group. The secondary, with players like Jesse Bates and A.J. Terrell, is looking promising, and the pass rush is bolstered by young talents and veterans alike. All of this creates a team that is, on paper, one of the most well-rounded in the NFC South. And if their offensive line holds up, something that's been a work in progress, the Falcons could be a real threat to make some noise in the postseason. Looking ahead, the NFC South is shaping up to be one of the most competitive divisions in recent years. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, with their veteran quarterback and solid defense, are always in the mix. The New Orleans Saints have been building a dynamic roster, and the Carolina Panthers, with their new quarterback and young talent, are eager to make a splash. But the Falcons, with their strategic roster moves, young core, and veteran leadership, are positioning themselves as contenders. The addition of a player like Corbin, who brings fresh energy and talent, could be the spark that pushes them over the edge. And let's not forget the importance of the coaching staff. Head coach Arthur Smith has proven he can get the most out of his players, especially on offense. His scheme is tailored to maximize the talent of his skilled players, and he's known for his adaptability. The Falcons' offensive scheme is dynamic. It's run-heavy but also capable of explosive passing plays. With the talent they have on paper, they're capable of competing with any team in the league. The key will be health, consistency, and the development of young players like Drake London and Kyle Pitts. Now fans, it's really exciting to see the Falcons making these moves. But what does it mean for the upcoming season? Well, if Corbin can translate his success from the UFL and impress in training camp, he could become an essential part of the offense. His style of running, which emphasizes quickness and vision, complements the power of Robinson and the versatility of Allgeier. It's a three-man rotation that could keep defenses guessing all season long. Plus, with the NFL becoming more and more of a passing league, having a solid ground game is still crucial, especially when you can keep defenses honest and open up play-action opportunities. And speaking of the division, this shift in the Falcons' roster might just upset the balance of power in the NFC South. The division has been quite competitive lately, with the Saints and Bucs making some interesting offseason moves of their own. But Atlanta's focus on building a balanced, explosive team could give them an edge in 2024. The Falcons have a young, talented roster that's hungry for success, and with the right health and development, they could be serious contenders. It's not just about making the playoffs. It's about making a statement that Atlanta is back in the postseason conversation and ready to push further. Now, when you look at the bigger picture, the NFL landscape is constantly evolving, and teams are always looking for that edge, that X factor. The Falcons, with their mix of young talent, strategic roster moves, and a coaching staff that knows how to get the best out of their players, are positioning themselves to do just that. The signing of Corbin, the development of their young core, and the potential breakout of players on both sides of the ball make this team one to watch. Fans should be excited because this offseason has laid the groundwork for what could be a historic season for Atlanta. It's a team that's hungry, ambitious, and smartly building for the future while staying competitive in the present. So, as we enter this new chapter, the question is, how far can this Falcons team go? Can they finally break through and reach their Super Bowl aspirations? Or will they fall just short again? Well, the season will tell, but one thing is for sure. This roster, this coaching staff, and this fanbase are all motivated and ready to take on whatever challenges come their way. The NFC South is no longer the division it once was, and Atlanta is more than ready to make its mark. Whether it's a dominant rushing attack, a stout defense, or a combination of both, the Falcons are building the kind of team that can compete with the best in the league. And now, Atlanta Falcons fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on these roster moves? Are you excited about Corbin's signing? Do you believe the Falcons have what it takes to not only make the playoffs but go even further? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Falcons. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, more news, and more insights into what's happening with your favorite team. So stay tuned, because the road to the Super Bowl is just beginning, and Atlanta is right in the thick of the action. Thanks for sticking with us, and as always, go Falcons!